Uh,
My head hurts so much. All right. Welcome, one and all, to another generic podcast. My name is Tyler Mystics, of course, and today we are joined with just John and fucking James, because for some reason I can't find Zero, and Kevin is somewhere out in the wastelands.
Teenage Wasteland.
Not John, but just John.
Yes, John, yes.
Hmm.
Thank you. That's it.
Hmm.
All right. So, what are we talking about tonight, lads?
Well, I don't even know where to begin. It's
I
been a long
mean,
week.
I was kind of relying a bit on Kevin because I wanted to see like where like IGN put the top like 100 games on. I wanted to see if Quake was higher than Final Fantasy X.
I never want
Are
to
they
see.
even done with it?
I don't even know if I'll be honest.
I don't
IGN
even. I
top
don't even
100
want.
video games of all time.
I don't want IGN.
Okay.
I don't want any of IGN is so dumb. Like literally, they exist for me to hate.
Up Squish.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Child.
It's got a little something for everybody. Oh,
Yeah.
7 out of 10.
I lost my
Happening.
sushi privileges.
Okay, I'm genuinely annoyed at this.
Sushi does what Nintendo don't.
199. Oh, they go down. Okay. This is actually a terrible fucking list.
Oh,
Like-
shocker!
Wait, so I'll go down it just so this way everyone can understand why I'm saying that. Number 100. So this is supposed to be best video games of all time.
Right.
Now, they pushed this list back out in 2018. They're having a revote this year. Hang on, let me get the most current
It's already
one.
garbage. Somehow League of Legends is higher than Undertale.
Ah!
Wait, where's the link of the one you're looking at? Because the one I'm looking at has fucking Pokemon Go at number 100.
Yeah,
I
that's the same one.
Okay. Cool.
that
So
that sounded like being stabbed in the dick.
yeah, I jokingly saw this on Twitter and was like, "Hey guys, I bet they're gonna fuck it up." But now that I'm actually reading it, I hate when I'm right. Yeah. So Pokemon Go number 100, Borderlands 2 at number 99, Divinity Original Sin 2 at 98, Dishonored made the list, which like, yay, I love Dishonored, but of all time, Final
What?
Fantasy 7. What were you saying, John?
How did Dishonored get on there?
It is probably one of the best stealth action games ever made, and the story is pretty solid.
I was about to
But-
say fucking Doom. Not even like was about not. To not be
Yeah,
on this
Doom's
list.
not on there. Quake is not on there either. Not even Wolfenstein.
No. Doom's on there. It's number 19.
Which Doom?
The original one, obviously.
The original. That's fair. I would argue Doom 2, but just because that was the one where they like perfected everything design wise and everything. But
I would say. Heck. Would be tied with Doom Eternal in my opinion.
yeah, definitely. The whole franchise is just amazing. Like Doom 3 is the only one that I'm lukewarm about. Where it's like I like the game, don't get me wrong, and the soundtrack is amazing, but as a standalone game, if it wasn't part of the Doom franchise and it was some random IP, it would be garbage. But the fact that it's part of Doom automatically makes it better.
All right, I have a serious problem here. Why is Resident Evil 4 so far down the list, and why is it like, and why is Bloodborne like around the same part too? And it's sandwiched between them is Metroid Prime. Are you kidding me? And the one
I'm
before
sorry,
Bloodborne is
wait.
Pokemon Yellow. And
Where the fuck is Knights of the Old Republic not on this? Because
Knights
that's
of the
a
Old
sin.
Republic is 39, but it's just above World of Warcraft, and it's just below Fallout New Vegas. I would say, yeah, Fallout New Vegas and Knights of the Old Republic, they're on the same par as terms of quality, I would think. But it's like,
Definitely. Star Wars has a deeper lore and narrative, though, whereas Fallout's lore is very deep, but in that particular entry, I don't know.
why is Miss Pac-Man on the list?
Because Miss Pac-Man is one of the greatest arcade games of all time.
But
And I
it's
think it
just
sold-
Pac-Man with a bow tie.
I don't want to be like, hey, diversity, but you know, that's probably why.
Why fucking like right? So literally, they just fucking. We all know, like, straight up, yeah. Pac-Man, fucking Miss Pac-Man is just Pac-Man wearing a bow tie. That's it.
And like Space Invaders isn't on here.
Where's Galaga?
Galaga, Galaxian, Zork. There's a ton. Mortal fucking Kombat's not on here. Does anyone
What
else
the
notice that?
fuck is this? Are you shitting me? Grand
What?
Theft Auto Vice City number is 79, and System Shock 2 just below it. Also, just above Vice City, Persona 5. Oh, but what's taking the 77 spot that's just above Persona 5? Fucking Fortnite, obviously. Why?
I feel like, and I know what I'm about to say. I feel like Fortnite should be higher.
No.
I'm not saying it should be in the fucking 20s, but in the 70s, it at least earned a spot in the 60s, at least.
I mean,
No.
it grabbed a lot of children's souls.
And I'm sorry, GoldenEye is only 75th on the list. Why?
Because it didn't age well, let's be honest. Nobody's booting up an N64 to play like a 20 frames per second FPS game from like 1993.
Nah, you emulate the shit out of it, and then you have to change the control schemes up to make it even playable. Fair.
Where's Mario 64?
Mario 64.
Mario 64 is up there. Mario 64 is number 10. So I want to point out the top 10 out of them. I think only no, technically that's Nintendo. 2, 3. Out of the top 10, only 3 of them aren't Nintendo. And the reason I hesitated was because Tetris is up there. And Tetris is technically Nintendo. I don't even know who owns Tetris. I know Atari originally owned it, but then the government got involved, and now it's all over the place.
Yeah.
And Portal 2, really?
Tetris Holding LLC is the owner of Tetris rights worldwide. So Tetris literally just owns Tetris.
Okay.
So that's literally just it. Tetris owns itself.
I genuinely did not know because it's Tetris. Like, it's everywhere. Who the fuck owns it?
Okay, so I want to ask this really important question. And I want to ask to whoever wrote this. Why the fuck does Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild get to be, like, rank 5? I'm sorry, but it's kind of a boring game, in all honesty.
I would argue it should just be top 10 franchises. Like, you should just say Mario. Because his entire collection over the ages represents not only artistic achievement, but also gameplay and the medium being pushed forward is all. Anyway.
Also, yeah, why is, like, the top, like, yeah, why are 3 of the, like, top 10 games literally just fucking Mario? Like, it's Super Mario World, fucking Mario Brothers 3, fucking Super Mario 64.
Literally, it should just be Super Mario. Because I feel like everything in that franchise is pure fucking magic. Even where Mario is missing is one of the best, like, go find them, explore games.
Honestly. And why is Rise of the Tomb Raider on this list?
Rise of the Tomb Raider is on the list?
Rise of the Tomb Raider. Not even, like, fucking... Why? Why the second one in this weird trilogy? I also
want to point out
reboot trilogy.
Fucking The Elder Scrolls, nowhere to be found.
Yes, it is. Skyrim's at 73.
Is it really?
Skyrim's at 73?
Yes. Somehow.
Why? Like, why couldn't it be lower? Like, that game's being remade to a billion times.
Okay, I gotta go kill a bug. Everybody take the helm real quick. I gotta go kill a bug downstairs.
Tell Kevin I said
Oh
hi.
shit! Wow, that was dirty. So wait a minute. They fucking say, "Oh, Mario gets 3 slots, but The Sims just gets 1. Donkey Kong just gets 1, not Donkey Kong Country, not Donkey Kong 64, just Donkey Kong." Rock Band is on here, not Guitar Hero. I want that noted. Which Halo is on here? Or all the Halos on here? Halo 2, Halo CE. Is Reach on here? I wouldn't be surprised. Earthbound is on here. Baldur's Gate 2. Damn right.
Oh, man.
Uncharted 2. Journey. The Witness. I didn't play the Journey of the Witness, but it looked cool. Arkham City, of course. Call of Duty is on this list. That kind of makes me want to vomit. But I understand why, because it's Modern Warfare. And I feel like that set the tone of not only Call of Duty, but like every shooter going forward.
Telltale's The Walking Dead has to be on there.
Wait, is it?
It has to be.
Tales of Walking Dead.
If it's not, then legitimately, I'm not. Like, IGN deserves a burn.
The Witcher's on here. I do not see The Walking Dead. Telltale is not on here.
Bro. It was the first indie game to get Game of the Year. What are those? I hate it.
That's crazy.
Like the first actual game to get indie game to get Game of the Year, and put story games on the map, and it's on the list.
Story games were on the map way before Telltale, my guy.
No, I mean episodic choice, like story choices. Like it literally defined a genre
Of interactive TV shows, basically.
Yeah.
I still can't believe Undertale's on there. Like, I understand why it's on there, but wow. That's wild.
What do you mean? Undertale was
No. I'm not, by any means, I'm not saying why the fuck is Undertale on there. It's like, wow, Undertale's on there? Holy crap. I know it blew up on the internet and everything, but I didn't realize a game like that would be considered by IGN, whether or not they're reputable or not, looked at and deemed one of the 100 games of all time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, who made up his list? Wait, actually, who's the writer of this article? And also, I feel like they're a little Nintendo biased. Not gonna lie.
IGN being biased? News to me.
And Pokemon Go? What?
Let's be honest. Games that actually made a good amount of money has to be on that list.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be just about the money. It should also be like how well of a game it is, like how much fun it is to play, and the impact it had on the industry. See, Pokemon Go, I'll let slide because like it's probably one of the greatest mobile games of all time. But to see that as number 100 on a top 100 games of all time list just fucking blows my mind.
I had to capture a ladybug and set it free real quick.
Why couldn't you just kill it?
Bad luck to kill a ladybug.
Oh.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, you don't fucking kill ladybugs. It's bad luck.
What do you mean? Like, they're just beetles.
Yeah, they're beetles that help, and they also, from a mythological standpoint, they also bring fortune.
What mythological standpoint? We're white.
I want to point out I wasn't the one who brought up race on this podcast, or at least this episode.
And when a ladybug lands on you, it's considered a sign of good luck since you be granted more patience. Burdens, bug superstitions even say that if you are ill when a ladybug lands on you, it takes the illness away.
All right, which culture is that ladybug superstition from?
Let's see.
Which culture? Why? Do you need a specific culture to hate for having this idea, John?
No, I'm like
Because it sounds like that's what you're
no,
doing.
no, no.
Who made
I'm,
up the fucking ladybugs?
I'm just pointing out that like it's kind of weird that like
Listen, apparently snakes in your dreams are the signs of change. So the world is full of whimsy.
like I heard that killing crickets is a sign of bad luck.
I've murdered multiple crickets. They are noisy.
No, like I have a house cricket infestation.
Ugh. Better than
And
roaches.
I must kill them.
My
Or-
cats have killed so many crickets.
Dude, I'm thinking about getting an iguana that just kills crickets by eating them.
Nah, dude, I'm telling you, get a cat.
My idea is more fun.
Guess. If you like
Like-
reptiles, I'm not a reptilian person, but
Like a huge ass Komodo dragon or a iguana, and just like
Komodo
okay,
dragons are the laziest fucking lizards of all time.
I'm
First
going.
off, they're already what is it? They're already more arrogant than any other lizard because they're named dragon.
In the Middle Ages, European Christian societies believed the beetle's spots represented the seven sorrows of Mary, according to the Catholic Answers Forum. After the farmers prayed to the Virgin Mary to protect their crops, the ladybug supposedly appears there to defend the crops. So yeah, it's a European like superstition.
Oh, okay. So that kind of fits. But wait, ladybugs eat like foliage. So like, isn't the ladybugs like pestilence to crops because they eat them?
You could your home could technically get infested with like
Well,
ladybugs, but it's more like prominent in the south.
No, it was like when I was living in Southold. We had a lot of crickets, and ladybugs in the summer. I mean, like they used to land on me when I slept. So I don't know. I just hate all kinds of bugs.
And that's
I am
fine.
not a fan of insects either.
Yeah,
and
like
another thing too is when you see a praying mantis on your door, that means it also brings good luck. It
if
has
I
to be
see
on
a
the front
praying,
door.
if I see a praying mantis at all, it's fucking dying.
You can't kill them; they're endangered.
Well,
You find a praying mantis in New York that's not somewhere in like a lab or zoo or
Yes,
You know,
I have. It actually appeared. One of them actually appeared on my house.
That's
and
cool.
like
Yes.
you're not allowed to kill it.
No, you're not allowed to kill praying mantises, John. They're an endangered species.
I feel like it's like not eating Tide Pods. It's frowned upon, but people do it.
Honestly, if a praying mantis shows up, I will kill it.
Okay, let me rephrase and correct myself here. In some countries, the praying mantis is under protected status. However, in North America, none of the species are endangered. So it's not
Exactly,
endangered.
Murder the
exactly.
mantis.
Do not try and shame me when I kill bugs.
The only
Listen.
mantis I've ever liked is Dr. Mantis Abogan.
Like, no.
What do you mean, no?
Look, if I am shown up by a bug, it will die. They're the only things I can kill, so I take pleasure in doing it.
All right, but there is not, and I'm sure everyone's had this experience in life. When you're in the shower and a bug is there, that is like the ultimate flight or fight response moment.
I swear to God, that has happened to me before.
And it's always like spiders, ants, or it's never like, just a little fly buzzing around. It's always like one of those insects that you've seen a horror movie about them growing large and being awful.
I actually had like a centipede in my shower once.
Kill it with fire. Kill it with fire and shoot it with a 50 cal just to make sure.
I agree, but like Honestly, I mean, if a bug was endangered and it was in my house, like no one would know I killed that endangered bug. I actually would just throw it out or flush it down the toilet.
I once read somewhere you're never more than 60 feet from an insect, or 6 feet from an insect, and that fact has haunted me since the day I've read it.
I mean, I live in a basement. I'm at the closest to any insect I can ever be.
I used to live in the basement, and then I moved back upstairs because the basement was annoying, and not having a door kind of sucks.
Well, I have like a computer area and a closet bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like have this foldable wall that's actually a green screen. So I kind of have my own makeshift room, kind of.
God of War Ragnarok director Eric Williams confirmed that Ragnarok will finish off Santa Monica Studios' North Saga, making the entry mythology. So Ragnarok's going to be the last God of War game, apparently.
In the Norse.
Apparently?
Because I heard rumors they were going to go Egyptian.
Not the last God of War game, just the last God of War Norse mythology God of War. Right?
Yeah.
Like, because literally they cannot, like, I wouldn't stop making God of War with all the hype they're getting. It'd be the actual dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I feel like Kratos has been resurrected, and like that whole IP could go anywhere.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's got
And they're making his
so
son
much money.
more prominent, so could
Honestly, the son could be the new Kratos, God of War, like, or like they could have just branch off with him.
I feel like though narratively for Kratos, that's not something that he what do you call it? That's not something he would want for his kid. And even now, the reason he's going through what he's going through and why Ragnarok even has to happen isn't because he's in a happy, good place and thinks this is the best thing for him and his kid. He just has no other choice.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I'm not saying like they're going to be going off of these adventures off of their own choices, like, but at some point, like, you know, like something has to happen, otherwise there'll be no games.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just hope it doesn't get to the point where they're like, all right, God of War Cthulhu edition.
honestly, if it's good, I don't really care. Like, it's
Yeah, I just hope it doesn't get to the point where they're burnt out and they keep doing the same rinse and repeat formula.
I mean,
like, I'm happy that with Norse they changed the camera angle and everything and made it more than just a hack and slash.
honestly, I'm curious where the Andreas, I wonder what he's going to be like with his new Loki origins.
Well, he's supposed to be Loki, right? Or the son of Loki or something?
No, he's Loki. He's his mother
100%.
his mother named him
wanted to give him the name of Loki, but they settled on Atreus.
Well, no, isn't his name like in giant language Loki?
No,
I
like
can-
the
I
last
have no
line was
idea.
his mother. He said his mother straight up said it was between two names. It was either going to be Loki or Atreus. Yes, and they went with Atreus.
Well, I don't know. I think I remember it differently, but I think I think Andreas is going to adopt
Andreas.
Atreus of what?
Hey, Dre, we gotta go fight the gods.
Look, Atreus, I think will actually. I think he's actually going to adopt Loki origin and become a god of mischief, or something like. Because I think that's the direction they're going in.
See the design they're using for Thor.
A wise lizard on acid once said, "Not my chair, not my problem."
Hey man.
That didn't answer my question. Did you guys see the designs for Thor for God of War yet?
Yeah,
No.
he's fat.
Yep.
Well,
I don't have a problem with it, really, in all honesty. But people
He-
saying it's the same as like a strongman build, it's like, no, that's not strongman. He doesn't. He literally just has man titties.
The meme going around is that everybody wanted to be Chris Hemsworth Thor, and now they just want to be God of War Thor. They already have the body of a god.
Yeah, I mean, they already made that joke when Thor gained a shit ton of Age of Ultron, like that Age of Ultron fucking Endgame. What am I talking about?
Yes, Age of Ultron. I remember that movie. Thor got fat and played Fortnite in it, of course.
But yeah, like some people like made like a comparison saying, "Oh, this is fine because this is what strongmen also look like." I'm like, yeah, but strongmen also have pecs at least too, and a gut on top of it. Fucking Thor just looks like heck, he just let himself go, which makes sense in the story though, because yeah, he's an asshole with a very powerful artifact. Why would he get in shape?
No
Like,
need to be when you could call down the wrath of thunder on people.
I'm surprised people like are more focused on Thor and not the fact that they just completely just like race bent and like another Norse god, like for no reason it seemed other than just for diversity's sake.
What do you mean by race bend?
Uh, I, I don't know. It's the one that she it starts with the it was the little black girl like in the trailer basically. It doesn't honestly matter that much, but like yeah.
But like, yeah.
I mean, straight up just race bit, but they're gods, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. Like, I mean,
I'm
fucking,
sorry.
they can
In a
shapeshift in
world,
this shit. Like,
in a
yeah,
world with literal with mythology that is basically the real deal. We're worried about what color skin a god is. I'd be more concerned about the world serpent trying to devour me whole. Or maybe some of them trolls that they were worried about.
yeah, but then we're gonna circle back to the whole why is there no white Black Panther then? You know,
No, no,
I
no, no.
digress.
Don't do this. Don't do that. No, 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 no.
But it's the same fucking thing though. Literally the same thing. Whatever.
I guess.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like it's not,
It is.
but I'm also
Actually.
too tired to argue about it.
I love arguing with you though. It's one of my hobbies.
Arguing with me and me specifically, or just
Yes.
arguing in general.
Arguing in general.
Ugh.
One of my unhealthy habits and one of my unhealthy like things.
I'm
Apparently-
trying not to be confrontational. What?
That's speaking of confrontational. Yeah. So this is a work story, but one of these
Perfect
but-
segue.
one of my customers that I get in on occasion, like he is the only person that has a problem with me holding cigarettes and waiting to get paid first before I give him the cigarettes. He's the only person that has a problem with it, and he let me know that he's gonna file a report on me for it. And I'm just like, okay, you're free to do that. I don't care. Like, but here's the thing. What do you really expect like to have the item first and then pay for it when it comes to literally anything?
No, that's not how it works.
Yeah, exactly. Like even at GameStop, when you fucking have to get a fucking video game, the disc isn't in the case. You have to take it to the front and you have to pay for it. Then they take the disc out of like a compartment, they put it in, basically, or they get like one of the actual new copies in, like the little like drawer, and they fucking like give it to you there. And it's like, sorry, holy shit. But anyway, I'm just thinking, and I was just joking about this with James. This man must live his life being offended by vending machines, if that's the case. Because you have to put the fucking money in first, and then press the thing, and to get the thing that you want.
To clarify, legally, it's not his until you hand him the receipt.
Yes, legally it's not yours until you have a receipt. So yes, it's still technically store property until payment is received and you have a receipt. That is proof of purchase. It is yours.
And like, I could
Essentially.
understand if it was during COVID, the thing that we're not supposed. If it's during pandemic and like people freak out because they're germaphobe, I get it.
No,
But
it's literally like it's just because it's literally just the like literally just that. But anyway, yeah. So I'm thinking like what the, like so like yeah, John. I'm thinking like this guy. Does he like? Does he like when he goes on Amazon? Does he like expect like the store? Like, does he expect like the package to just arrive at his door first and then he sends money? You know?
yeah, you
Oh.
know, you just have the drone drop it off at the front. You insert cash in the drone slot, and then you let it go home.
Yeah, that's how it all
That's how
works.
that works. That's how that totally works.
How it all works. Everything works that way. It like in Pansy Land too. He says like, "Oh, it's because of it," and then he'll say like, "That's because I'm a regular here." I'm like, I do this to the regulars too. They don't care.
Just because you're like,
Just because you're a
no, that
regular.
it's not. You know, regulars don't get special treatment. On like some places do, but I mean, that's
Like
only by the choice of management. That's not like you don't get inherent benefits.
like the thing like regulars get, not even like discount wise. Like if they're like a few cents short, we'll just look at all. We'll just like look past it, and we're not really care that much about it. Like if it's like, say it's like oh yo like 5 cents or something on it, we'll just ignore it. And if you need ice, we're not gonna charge you for ice either. Like because it's literally just 42 cents. Literally like we're charging for the cup, so it's like yeah, you get free cups of ice. And you also like don't have to pay for bags either if you're regular. So yeah, that's a couple benefits I would say. Like you basically like regulars just get that basically, but like no, we don't like. And sometimes yeah, we loan out cigarettes, but that's strictly a management's decision. Like I can't do anything. I can't loan out cigarettes to people. Like
That would be the dumbest business in the history of the world. How would you
no,
keep track of that?
no. Like here's the thing. This is exclusively for people who have like been with us for years and they just are short on cash but they need cigarettes. So my boss will write up like an IOU sort of thing and he will give them the cigarettes, like a pack of them, and then at the end of the month like they come in and they pay for it basically. If they jip out on a payment though, he just won't do it basically. Like they get like they won't be allowed to get that, they won't be able to do it anymore. So it's basically it's up to him to do it, but yeah, it's only people he really trusts at the end of the day. Like
Gotcha.
so yeah, not entirely like that, but sort of. So yeah, that's how it works there. The funny thing is like he says you're the only person who does this. I'm just like I guarantee you that there's fucking other stores that do this especially gas stations. If you go out like far out west, you know, like go to fucking like a gas station in Wyandanch. They probably have like a whole fucking like they probably hold the cigarettes too until you pay for it.
I mean, Wine Dance, you freaking raise your voice at like they are very aggressive and they need to be because like Wine Dance gets robbed all the time. There's incidences everywhere,
Yeah,
and like they even have like guns in the under the counter. You gotta.
yeah,
I
obviously.
wouldn't I wouldn't fuck with a Wine Dance clerk.
Yeah, don't fuck. Dad, that's rule one of like wine dance. Don't fuck with the clerks. They will fuck you up if they have
You
to.
shouldn't fuck with clerks anywhere because they work a hard job enough as it is and don't need more bullshit.
Well, yeah, that's obvious, but like Wine Dance is especially like that's a given because like, bro, I remember that McDonald's in Wine Dance.
There, you got to be more specific. There's a lot of McDonald's on the island, man.
No, there was one
Hey,
McDonald's
gamer,
on.
keep going, John.
There was one McDonald's in Wine Dance, and it freaking had to close down because it was not making any money because everyone just kept looting it. So it's one of the only McDonald's in history to like close down.
I know when the targets were starting to get raided, they shut down all of the targets in low income areas. So like Wyandanch, Brentwood, all of those neighborhoods, and only left open the ones that were in like the rich neighborhoods, right? And
Like
I could just
Austin?
imagine
Mm,
the corporation going, so if we tell them not to go here, they're going to go there. And we can recoup the loss from there because if they aren't going to the other store, they'll be able to sell whatever they didn't take. Yeah. Retail's a fucking nightmare.
oh, of course, obviously. I don't know why people would work retail for like any reason at all. If I'll be honest, there's no real reason to have work at a retail job.
There
I
is experience.
Just experience, yeah, and that's it. Find a better job after that, because literally, like, my friend literally told me, like, I should get into like IT and all that, but then I just read this thing called, like, this one dude saying, "Why am I annoyed with people in the IT field?" Oh, being an IT support man. So, eh, then, so here's my morning in a nutshell and why I sometimes just hate my job. I literally drove 5 mi, like I literally drove out 10 miles, like from my place to the actual location after being on the phone with 10 different people, asking them if the server was on because they were having trouble with the server. All 10 people told him straight up that it was not, that it was on. 10 separate people, he comes in, drives 10 miles to get there, it's not on.
That's
After
fucking funny.
after speaking to 10 different people, apparently. So yeah, literally IT just sounds like, oh yeah, dealing with retail stupidity, just in a more professional sense.
Fucking at my job, I work at a physical therapy office now, and I have to take patient intakes over the phone. I was ready to kill this fucking lady the other day over the phone. She calls up and is like, "Hi, I need physical therapy." Okay. What do you come into therapy to get treated? Well, it's physical, and I need therapy for it. Wonderful. What part of your body? The physical part. For therapy. This call lasted 45 minutes of me just repeating over and over again, and this woman responding with therapy, physical therapy, and variations of that. Okay, you're coming for physical therapy, right? Yeah. What part of the body do you need treated? The physical kind. Okay, where is your pain? In my knee. That's why I need physical therapy. Right. What day are you able to come in? Well, I don't know if I need to come in yet. I was calling to ask if I needed physical therapy. You're the physical therapist. I figured you would know. We had another old man walk in the other day, and he came in and he's like, "So what do you do here?" I'm like, "Are you a patient? What's your name?" "No, I'm not a patient. I want to know if you could help me out today." Do you have a script from a doctor?" "My doctor's dead." "Ah, okay. Well, without a script, there's really nothing we could do."
Where do I get a script from another doctor?
"From a doctor. But you're the physical therapist." "Technically, no, I'm not. I'm just a patient care coordinator." Just stupid questions like that all day. No matter what job you work, you're always going to deal with stupid fucking questions and stupid fucking people.
I swear to God, like my job, I work at the front desk of a law office,
Mm.
and what
Yeah.
happens is it's a real estate law firm. So when people close their houses or close on a sale or a mortgage or whatever, they get checks and they come to the office to pick up those checks. And they assume that every conversation that they've had with the closers, I've been a part of, because they all think that I know what they're talking about every time they walk in those doors.
Yup.
And like,
And
uh,
that's the best.
eh, like so they're like, hey, where's my checks? And I'm like, okay, can you tell me who you are, sir? And like, what's your name? And I'm like, they're like, shouldn't you already know? And I'm like, oh my god. Uh, um, and I have to get their ID and make a copy of it, just so I have something on paper, knowing that saying that I gave them the checks, and they always give me a freaking problem. Why do I have to give you my ID? And it's just for our record, like, fuck. Why can't people have brains? I
Because if they were smart enough, they'd figured out how to do our job for us. And we can't have that.
no, like, uh, I I ask them, like, management all the time, like, um, should I be aware or let known in advance that people are coming? And I'm like, and they're like, there's no point because they come whenever they want.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way of knowing when I get the next dickhead to come in to ask for a check. Ugh.
I can relate to the front desk experience because that's what I do as well. But the best, what is it? And it's like, oh, you're a part of our interactions with the patients that come front. Steve said I need to do this. Okay, so do it. Steve already said what I'm set up for. Okay, do you want to set that up now on the computer? Steve already did it. I don't need you. I had a lady say that to me the other day. They don't need me. It was someone else did it. I'm like, that's funny. What's your name? Barbara, or whatever her name was. I always just say Barbara because it's stereotypical old lady name. And I looked on the schedule. Bitch's name wasn't there. And I'm like, ta-da! What time? See? And then I'm like, look, now your name is on the schedule. And I flipped the monitor around to show her. And she goes, yeah, Steve put it there. I told you I didn't need you. And she walked out. I was ready to kill her.
No, I'm like, and whatever, they have problems with the office, right? And they think like I know the answer to that solution, even though I've only been working there for a month. Hey, could you tell me why I have to come here to pick over my checks where I told them to FedEx it? And I'm like, what? Lady, I don't even know you.
Yep. Or the best is when they put in a request. It's like, tell them I'm coming in at this time. Who are you? Who are you? You didn't even say a name. And I'm so over, like, because I was in retail for 2 years, so it's like, all right, I get it's not hello, how are you? It's here's what I want, do it now. But when they're like, tell Steve I'll be there at 2. Okay, who are you? Steve will know. What do you mean Steve will know? I'm the one answering the fucking phone.
Like, I don't know. Like, you know, I just don't know. I mean, people should be smarter than this. It's 2021. The internet is like been in our culture long enough for people to look shit up to be smarter.
Oh no, it's. I believe the internet has collectively made it. I believe like internet has collectively made like people just more lazier to like get the information that they need. Also, on top of that, like it just makes everyone like in theory just dumber as a result.
We have access to all the information in the world. But
Yes.
depending on what we want to look for, we will find.
Like, I'm just like I'm doc prep. Like, I make folders for the majority of my job. So like my boss literally told me, you know, I mean, just your job is not to cater to the customers. It doesn't really matter. Just you know, follow the rules and just like fuck them. I'm like, okay.
Follow the rules and just fuck them. Yeah, that's the way to go.
I mean, literally, we've had conversation with people that just don't. I don't really know because like, um, I'd have an actual title closer that actually comes on behalf of the member to pick up the checks, and like some of them are just so rude. I had a guy literally take my stapler from my desk so he can staple something. I'm just like, so am I legally allowed to kill this man?
No.
Dude, if
Yeah,
murder was legal, retail wouldn't have staff.
like this man has come to my territory and besmirched my desk. You know, like what I feel offended.
Every time someone approaches my desk, I immediately just feel like I'm ready to fight. It's
Oh.
like, what are you gonna do?
The man literally reached over and took my stapler. My fucking stapler. And what's even more funny is that um he didn't give it back. He actually walked off with it.
I'm the new guy at the office, so people always come over and they're like, "Hey, make sure this happened. Make sure that doesn't happen again." And I got pissed because people kept making appointments wrong because of like compliance and stuff. And they recently color coded it. So blue can't be with red. Blue can only be with blue. Red can only be with red. Green can only be with green. Somebody kept moving the appointments I set up to the wrong location. And I kept getting, one of the therapists came back and was like, "Hey, can you not do this?" And I was just like, "I didn't do it." And then I looked at the appointment history because, fun fact, computers log everything. And it turned out that the person who's like the head of the clinic and the one who's paid the most in the office and is responsible for everything was the one doing it. And I
Yeah,
haven't mentioned this yet because I'm saving it for a rainy day.
no, like I I'm just like, yeah, people are not gonna blame me for shit I didn't do because like they like shit's gonna go down as soon as I get like um actual benefits. I'm not gonna care.
Yeah, no. Trust me, the customers don't care either.
Uh,
Or clients, I don't know what they call them in your fear.
Rule of thumb. Rule of thumb for any job. The customer ultimately doesn't care about your problem, so why should you care about theirs?
Because if you don't care about theirs, they're gonna yell, scream, and complain and make it everyone else's problem. And then it's your problem because if you don't fix it, you're out of a job.
well, my job doesn't cater to customer satisfaction. My job is just to give them the fucking checks. You know, if they comply to give me their ID, if they don't give me the ID, they're not getting their checks. I've had the conversation with some old guy. Like he refused to give me his ID, and like my boss actually came up and had to yell at the guy, and then the guy gave me his ID, and it was the most awkward conversation I've ever had.
Yeah.
Like my job is basically if I can't do it, like someone will. Like cuz we're in like an inside area where you know hardly anybody comes in. We're just a law firm. We don't really close houses. We don't really do anything. We just make the documents, waste the paper, and then just have the real estate guys just bring them to the member just to sign them. That's it. We are nothing. And if people actually comes to our office and gives us problems, we have the authority to like tell them, "Shut up, give me your ID, or you're not getting the checks."
Yeah.
Oh.
In Target, I never had a guest refuse to give me ID, surprisingly. And then at this job, people are always freaking out whenever I ask for an insurance card. And it's the funniest thing. Because it's like, you're going into a medical office, you idiot. What do you think I'm going to ask for? The fucking painting your daughter did in 3rd grade? Like, no.
Oh no! How could you? My insurance card. What's that
know.
for?
Or the best is when you tell them, because this is an issue I never ran into before.
Gamer versus Reality says, by the way, reminds me of a customer I had to deal with years ago who didn't believe the final price of the stuff he was buying and kept protesting and saying it was wrong.
When it came to guests like that, I would just change the price and say, get the fuck out. It's like, here you go. Have a nice day. Take care. I'm done.
I'm like, yeah. I can't, man.
It's just the best is Target doesn't label anything correctly, and I'm genuinely sure that's on purpose.
My Monster Energy drink has Apex Legends on it.
Yeah.
I feel like my experience has been tainted.
Dude, it was so weird walking around a Renaissance fair and seeing girls and dudes walk around with cans of Monster. It's like, this totally ruins my immersion.
I mean, what I don't. You see, I don't really care about any of that because like all it is just celebrating a time where people were the pinnacle of assholedom. Because like people if people are allowed to be stupid, then the ultimate evils begin.
I think stupidity is just always a thing. It's never going to go away.
It's progressing though at idiocracy levels,
I mean,
Yeah.
and that's a movie you can watch for free right now on YouTube.
why are you saying it like YouTube's actually paying us?
No, I'm saying it's an important film that everybody should watch at least once in their lifetime because it's
But-
honestly like it's scary how America's slowly turning
Because
into
it's
idiocracy.
going from satire to a historical documentary. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's almost like, George Orwell and all those other guys who were writing science fiction for decades before didn't say the same thing.
Look, man, I'm just gonna play my video games and watch my anime, and
I'm gonna play my video games, watch my anime, and tip my fedora at all the ladies that walk by, and that's the end of that.
Exactly. Only no woman ever comes up to me, so I'm good.
Shit, bro.
No, I'm like, I'm fine with it,
Yeah.
eh,
Yeah.
life is pain.
All right, Mickey Seeks, calm down.
No, life is pain, and then just
You're not wrong, but how you interpret the pain matters.
Kevin, the ungrateful bastard, texted me saying the laptop I gave him doesn't work, but like, it did work. It did work.
Kevin, the ungrateful bastard.
It does work. You're just not using it right, because I turned it on before I even gave it to you.
It's a little sticky
Get a
when you
dog
first
debuff
open it,
and
but
everyone
after
will come to
that,
you.
Jeez. And the guy even had the gall to like say, but thank you for thinking of me. It was great of you to give me the laptop. And I'm just like, I'm going to rip your forehead off and sell it to children.
I thought his forehead was going to be bigger. I felt lied to.
Wait, were you actually at the party?
I wasn't at the party.
Then where were you to see Kevin?
I saw him that one night where everybody got together awkwardly at
Oh,
Eric.
I forgot it. I forgot.
The other botched beach.
Yeah.
I feel like, first off, why do a bunch of nerds want to go to the beach? I don't think we belong there.
No, like
outdoors, natural light. It's just not the place for us to be.
Fuck the beach, man. With the sand and the walking and the awkward walking, and for me that's saying something. Like, like a fucking and then all the hot women are there at the beach and they're judging me, and I'm like, fuck. Like fucking, and then like the, I mean, if any place, I never want to be at the beach.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like, if I have a choice between a beach and a pool, I'd always say pool.
Well, I would go towards like an actual pool in a backyard rather than a public pool, because like fuck that.
I'm not a fan of those.
Fuck that. Fuck the public pools, man. Like
I don't mind a hotel pool or something, that's fine, but like a public pool, no thank you.
With actual people and actual bare flesh ale, like no.
With actual people in bare flesh. Why? What public pool are you going to?
No, man, because like people are fucking weird, man. Like, and don't you dare tell me that people aren't peeing in the water. Like,
oh, absolutely.
No, they are, and like if you fucking
then just don't drink the water. Duh.
I'm not drinking chlorinated water, but I'm also not going to be in it, because like if you want to swim in a toilet, just dip your foot in your own toilet. Just save the experience. Like, no, I'm not dealing with public pools.
Swimming in a toilet is probably the equivalent of playing in kitty litter like it's a sandbox.
Yeah, like no, I just I can't stand just so I have to like tell people whenever they drag me to a beach or a splish splash, I'm just like, no.
Splish splash is okay. It's running water at least, so the urine's constantly in motion.
No, I mean that South Park episode was 100% accurate.
Oh my god! Wait a minute. Watch your context on that, there, John.
What?
It's a South Park episode. Be very careful where you go with this next.
It's
Why?
just a little pee. It's just a little
What?
pee. Just drink it.
Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with what I'm saying. There wasn't anything bad.
I just thought of that note because there's a certain song Cartman breaks out into in the middle of the episode before the P.
I mean, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. So why would I say it?
Just giving you a warning. That's all.
I mean, but why? There was no need for the warning.
Never mind. Carry on.
Exactly. Yeah, like I do not want to be confronted. I do not like this aggression. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel very weird when I take my pants off in front of like other people. You know, like cuz that's what beach attire is for guys, you know? We're just swimming in our underwear.
No, we're
Mm.
swimming in shorts.
That's just underpants.
It's not though.
It is like, you know, like
They come with built-in netting for that reason, my dude.
it's just like extra layer of underwear. That's it. Like the you know, that's it.
It's thicker material.
No,
I
it's
feel like
not.
it's not. Oh, okay.
It's like because I've been attacked by seagulls, and I can tell you that
Oh, whoa. Hold on. We're not skipping over this. Fucking excuse me. You got attacked by seagulls?
I whenever I go
Didn't
into the
give
beach,
Polly a cracker. Why?
whenever I go to the beach 5 times out of 10, I got attacked by seagulls.
What constitutes a seagull attack? Walk us through the scene here. What were you doing before the bird attacked you? I assume
Nothing.
you saw the
Nothing.
bird.
Nothing. When I was using lobstering crutches, they kept coming after me because my crutches were shiny and that was luring them.
I thought shiny shit was supposed to scare the birds away.
No, it doesn't. Not seagulls. They're dumb.
Not seagulls. Rats with wings.
No, and like and I always hated going to the fucking beach because like seagulls would always have a problem, or they would just come uncomfortably close to me, and I'm just like, eh. I wish death upon you.
I don't think anybody loves seagulls. That's one of the very few birds in the universe where it's like, holy shit.
Yeah,
Like-
but yeah, all that.
I mean, I think seagulls are the squirrels of the birds.
No, that's pigeons. What are you talking about?
Pigeons.
Yeah, pigeons are the
Pigeons?
squirrels of the birds. Yeah.
Pigeons are squirrels.
Or rats with
and
wings, basically.
Seagulls are rats with wings too. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, so I go to a new bar now on Fridays.
Oh yeah, where?
The Republic on Main Street in Farmville.
Damn the Republic!
And
Republic.
the Republic.
My duty is to the
Democracy.
Republic.
All right, aside from all those crappy memes that you just spewed out,
Star Wars, my guy.
Star Wars is shit.
Fuck
Hey.
you.
It is shit because like people don't respect it. So what's the point?
What?
It's respected.
I loved Star Wars, but they kept crapping on it for 3 movies straight.
Yeah, the new trilogy kind of sucks.
I'm
Do you
just
mean
like,
Star Wars only has 6 movies? There wasn't a new trilogy. What are you talking about?
I'm just like,
Yeah. Obviously, like no new episodes ever came out. They decided to keep it only 6 episodes.
Are you
The
talking about
extended
that?
universe is still canon.
Are you talking about that Disney Plus thing where like they made that Mando guy,
Yeah, the Mandalorian.
the
Yeah,
Boba
that was
Fett
good.
ripoff? Yeah, he's cool.
the
Yeah, that-
Mandalorian was probably one of the best Star Wars shows I've ever seen.
I would argue that's Clone Wars, but it took a long time for it to finally get the ending it deserved.
I'm just like, you could just have made different choices, and that would make the movie better. But no, I I honestly think they hired directors that didn't know what Star Wars even was.
What are you talking about? There are only 6 movies. Why would they need to hire new directors? John!
I'm going to come over your house and open a Bible and make you read it.
How?
I've read it already.
Robot Chicken Star Wars trumps all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hands down, yeah.
They actually have the original actors too involved in it. Well, most of the time.
Because that Adult Swim money.
That's the one thing I like about Robot Chicken. It's usually if they're referencing like old shit, they'll usually always like 100% try to get the original voice actors involved. Like all the except if it's Batman or something like that, Seth will just voice Batman, and fucking they'll always get like Mark Hamill to voice the Joker for bits.
Still think the greatest Robot Chicken bit of all time was either Weasel Stomping Day or the Tooth Fairy one. And neither of you have a clue of what I'm talking about.
What?
Never mind. It's getting late anyway. I've wasted enough time tonight on the show.
I mean, yeah.
Gary
Tyler.
the Stormtrooper is the best original Star Wars character. Original. All right. Okay.
I thought it was pork.
All right. Thank you all for stopping by. We'll be streaming again this Sunday around 10, hopefully earlier. But anyway, thank you all so much for stopping by and watching. Please click any links in it. Done, and as always, do join us on Discord. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.
Bye-bye.